Hey, welcome back to Minecraft Through the Night. I'm Doggone. This is Season 5, Temple of Dawn. Let's put away some stuff. Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that. We still need gold, don't we? We have such a shortage of gold. Gold, man. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm looking at the wrong level for gold. Let's go up top. Wow, no mobs. I think I found the explanation for why there are no mobs. Yeah, hold on just 1 minute. Oh, that outside traffic noise. Hold on a minute. Wow. Okay. I closed the window, the kitchen window. It was only open a bit. It's almost like something has caused the traffic noise to increase. I don't know what. Oh, look at the fruit trees and the grass growing. Oh, beautiful. That's lovely. Very lovely. Thinking out loud, or thinking to myself rather, what kind of things to do today in Minecraft Through the Night. How are we doing with gravel, dirt? A little bit of dirt left. I think we're out of gravel, aren't we? Yeah, we're out of gravel. Completely out of gravel. Well, let's go to sand. We're going to accelerate the artificially accelerate the silting of the desert river here. Banana trees are growing well. Apple trees are doing good. Dog's doing all right. How you doing today? I always like to hear from a viewer. When I first began this years ago, one of my students said, he said, "Dog, here's what," he said, "what are you going to do when this gets to be real successful?" And I said, I kind of hope it doesn't get to be real successful. And he looked at me like, then why are you doing it? And I said, I do it to talk to myself. I do it to make those little, to make a few connections with the folks who are going through stuff, have similar stuff, to talk about. Not really trying to make a name for myself or anything like that. Wouldn't know what to do with myself if I, it's tough to be a celebrity, man. I talked about this before, I think. It bears repeating. I flew to Thailand this summer. Had basically 6 weeks travel, 1 day short of 6 weeks, 41 days of travel away from home, and On my way back, flew through Hong Kong to San Francisco, back to Oklahoma City. And on my flight from Hong Kong to SFO, gentleman sitting next to me, I pulled out my notebook, my journal, to make an entry, a short story idea that I've been working on, or had been working on. I haven't done much with it in over a month, really. It's been over a month since I really got back in the good habit of writing. But gentleman sitting next to me, who was a AI software developer and researcher, he looked over and had this little smile on his face. He said, "You're a famous writer, aren't you?" I said, No, sir. I wouldn't want to be a famous. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I was a famous writer." He just smiled. That smile of his. What a kind person. But that got me thinking. I've been laughing and telling that story to several people. It tickles me. "You're a famous writer, aren't you?" He had that sort of he kind of leaned over towards me and said it quietly, like a conspiratorial whisper, like, "Hey buddy, you're a famous writer, aren't you?" "Yeah. I won't tell anybody." That's kind of how it came across. Oh man, thank you, dude. That was so funny. No man, I'm not. I proceeded to show him the website where my latest short story was published, and I was like, "Nah, man, just a few little short stories here and there. That's it. Kind of odd, strange little short stories. Not even my mom's cup of tea. Perhaps not even mine as a reader. But it's weird. Celebrity status. There might have been a time in this whole world where celebrity status would have been nice. I guess there are people who still crave recognition, but there's a lot that comes along with celebrity status that I don't know if I envy anyone for that. You gotta be I don't know if thick-skinned is the way to go, but you gotta have the sense that what was it I read the other day? You gotta have the sense that not that people will like you, not a confidence that people will eventually like you, but that it's okay if people don't. And that is a sense that I've not really developed. I fake it well, but I fake being a kind of a jerk, kind of a ass. But the reality is, I keenly feel rejection by others, exclusion. It's something Jellybaz and I talked about. It went really deep with her too. Sense of being rejected, not belonging. It caused her some huge problems. And had I known, really, it's one of those things. Had I known it was such an issue with her, I would have done some things different. I'm sure she would have done some things different too, live and learn. I think about her sometimes, no longer in any romantic sense, because it's clear those days are over, and shoot, man, Noi. It's Noi that my eyes are on these days. I'm crazy about Noi, my Thai friend, my dear one. But I do think about Jelly Bez, and she messaged me. I messaged her the other day, told her I hope things are okay with your family in Japan with the typhoon and the earthquake, and hope things are okay with you in California with the wildfires. And she didn't respond back except to send me a link that California is the first state to ban single-use plastic bottles in hotels. And that's okay. It's just I'd like to know someday if things are okay. I guess I can presume from that answer that things probably are with her immediate family and herself. But I told her it strikes me that in terms of practicality, people, hotels don't provide single-use shampoos. That's not because it's their business model. They're not in the business of making, they just want the customer to have a good experience, right? So they'll come back. They're in the business of selling beds and nights, basically. And they're in the business of booking rooms. That's what I'm saying. And single-use shampoo and conditioner never was their business model. I mean, they do it because they had to. And I gotta suspect hotels in California are secretly celebrating, like, woohoo! Now I don't have to mess with this crap anymore. On the contrary, it's the consumer who's going to have to go to Walmart or 7-Eleven and get the shampoo or the conditioner they need, and really it's only for air travelers, because people who drive, typically bring their toiletries with them. And the only reason you don't bring toiletries, your own toiletries with you on a plane trip, is because of the TSA regulations, about the amount of fluids you can have in your luggage. So it's it's an artificial problem that really was brought about because of well, I can't really say it was brought about because of 9/11. I did plenty of traveling in the 90s, and single-use plastics were kind of a thing back then. What the heck? Oh man, that's a scary moment. 9:15. Crack of thunder. Oh man, flashback. Oklahoma City flashback. It was 9 o'clock on a Wednesday, 1995, when I heard a crack of thunder on a clear blue sky day, and it was the Murrah Federal Building bombing downtown Oklahoma City. Oh man. I mean, I'm playing Minecraft here, but it was the time was about the same early morning, about 9:15, 9:10 or so when it happened in Minecraft time. Blue sky day. That is always, to me, going to signify bombing. Oh my gosh. My heart. Not so much my heart is racing as my anxiety levels have suddenly gone up. It was a long sleepless night for Dog. It was after 5 before I fell asleep. 5 a.m. before I fell asleep. Part of it was simply I was just playing Subnautica. I was watching Taff in Exile do his playthrough 2018 of Subnautica. After it was released, he had played an alpha version, and the release version included storyline that wasn't in the alpha version. And anyway, he does a wonderful playthrough. A couple of his videos are out of sequence on the playlist. It's the only issue I have with it, but anyway, it reminded me, especially the music and the beauty of it, the visual and acoustic beauty of it, made me want to play it again. So I started another. I played it quite a bit. In fact, in 2018, when it came out, I played it for over 200 hours. I played, I think, at least 3 different playthroughs. And it's one of those games you play and your heart just is constantly, there's really no relief. There's no relief. So many jump scares, and it just keeps on giving too. In this playthrough, currently I have found 2 what are they called? It's when another player leaves a goodie gift. Oh, when you leave the planet. Oh, I'm sorry. Spoiler. Forget I said that. Maybe I'll bleep it out. At the end of the storyline in Subnautica, you have the option of leaving a goodie bag and a message for other players. And it's one of the many tiny little features of Subnautica that I freaking love. And I found a couple of, in this playthrough, I found a couple of the goodie bags from former players of it. And of course, in my earlier playthroughs, when I think I've only beat the game once on survival mode. I think I played it again on what's called freedom mode, and it was really fun to leave those messages for other players. I mean, it's really cool because the way the Subnautica team implemented it, your messages your messages and your goodies go to other players. And I mean, people really get this stuff. And it's really cool. It's still, even today, there are people who play it and stream it and broadcast it. Oh, fishies. schooling around the shoals here. Checking out the shallows in Subnautica terms. Oh my God! If you have not played Subnautica, I urge you, in my strongest sense, this is the kind of unforgettable game that you don't forget. I guess that's redundant, right? It's an unforgettable game you don't forget, but it's really an unforgettable experience. I also urge you not to watch other playthroughs of it, or if you do, I don't know, give yourself plenty of time to forget about those playthroughs when you play it. It's something that lessons of others don't easily translate to game experience for yourself. Unless you are actively trying to min-max and squeeze every bit of efficiency out of it. And I urge you not to do that the first time. Just immerse yourself in storyline and let yourself play through the first time slowly. And then afterwards, I mean, as you play through slowly, you'll find little things. You'll be like, oh man, if I only had known this, then I would not have spent all this time doing X. And you're going to feel probably compelled to do a min-max to to make it as efficient as possible, like the second time through. How fast can I do this? How fast can I reach the end game state? Or if speed is your thing, or how big can I make my base? If ambience is your thing, ambiance is your thing, how much can I just relax and enjoy this instead of being terrified all the time, if survival is your thing. There's a weird light glitch right there. I am running Optifine, by the way. Preview version of it. Love it. Just still agog at these wonderful frame rates I'm getting. Spent so much time complaining about them, and now I've got great frame rates, and it's amazing. All right, we've done some good basic maintenance work here. Kind of wondering if I should change this borderline sand into dirt. I think I'll leave it like this, because in a real life silted in river, it's it's often the edges are not fertile. They're often a sandy, silty loam. Well, let's run up to the top of the base. I'm still not sure I've fixed or understand the problem with. There we go. There's a skeleton. Oh, the grave looks weird. It was all white, wasn't it? Let's see if we can get to it. I love that fog effect. Huh. Here lies darkness. Come here, Huskers. Meet me on my high ground. How am I doing with arrows? Not good. I need more arrows. Oh, shoot. Husker do. Why are you guys burning up like that? I need arrows, don't I? I wonder if I have them in somewhere in a chest. Bunny, that bunny's still hanging around here. I don't blame you, Buns. Oh, jelly bears. Should probably put a torch right here. I think these are, let's see, no, they're full slabs. I started to say I think they're half slabs. Ah, there is, shoot. The V-Tweaks has a step-up function that's apparently not working. Dog, you just said you're almost out of arrows. I know, I did. You're right. Boom. Nice. 3 shot, 3 kill. Yep, that was an overshoot. Kind of thought so. There we go. Let's go out here and get some loot before we sleep through this night. Gotten quite interested in getting the loot ever since V-Tweaks introduced us to better loot. Oh, that guy disappeared. Is that a witch? That's a husker. A husk. Corn suckers. Back when OU Nebraska used to be a rivalry, there was a lot of trash talk between schools. Cornsuckers. It's a phrase I heard more than a few times. Oops. Man, I'm out of arrows then. Ooh, interesting. I like how the mob... I like how that Husker, when it... ooh, punk. I like how it lit up the area. Let's sleep through the rest of this night. Oh, ender pearls. Shoots, dog. Ender pearls. We need ender pearls. Should fly. We don't need fly eyes. Don't need fly eyes. We need ender pearls. Oh, no arrows, huh? Alright, punk. Let's duke it out. That was a tough creeper. Good morning, son. Namaste of day 3. Day 145. $145 days of Minecraft through the night. Ooh, a gas tier. Thank you. Something that left us a gas tier. Much appreciated. You know, life really is good, and it can be great. We get really hyper focused on the negative aspects, and if we instead get sort of hyper focused on the positive aspects, I think that's a slightly better way to go about it. Boof. Wow. How about that? You know, I could say, oh man. I could say, oh, that's horrible. I fell. Way. Or I could say, whoa. Or I could say, wow, I survived, you know. Something my counselor has been urging me to work on is those little small daily perceptions of how I characterize things. You know, I hope you know that when I say the word you, I'm often thinking about me. Like, I'm often like, it's often me I'm talking to. So what is down here? What would happen if we sent the big cascade down here? The big sandfall. Actually, if I'm using torches here, bismuth. Where's that hardened nether? Endstone, I mean. Oh, jeez. Boy, lava burns. Oops. Can I... This is harvest level 2. I thought for sure when I put diamond tips on it, I'll put glowstone. But no, I'll put diamond. It says it's glowstone coated. Okay. Dang. Harvest level 2. Everything harvest level 2. Everything's tier 2. Let's go get some Hey. Some hot dog. Let's go get that. Silk touch pick. Oh, no wonder I couldn't escape that, because that blocked my ability to jump. Heliodor. Oops. More Heliodor. That's our Heliodor is sort of our sun, our Temple of Dawn. It's our mascot gem, isn't it? It's our state gem from the Temple of Dawn. Heliodor. How can I get out of here gracefully? Can I reach that? Probably if I do it smart. Okay. Here's another way to approach this, dog. You could come in underneath this and do like an underpinning. Oh, what the? Oh. Yeah, I need a little bit more. Shoots. I am not so great at parkour, am I? Shoots. Especially not when being shot at, man. Okay, that's a little bit too tall. There we go. Oh, yeah. Was he right there? He must have been. Let's go grab some more of this clay that we don't need. Let's see if we can get out of here before nightfall, man. Mirror in the sky, what is love? Can this child within my heart rise above? There's a great line by John. Oh, come here, John. What's your last name, John? Oh, it'll come to me at some point. This great line that he's talking about making it big and being a artist, a singer-songwriter, or at least not making it, not necessarily making it big, but making it as a self-sufficient, self-supporting singer, touring singer-songwriter. And that great lyric is, let's see. Oh man. Maybe I don't have it in me, or maybe it doesn't have me in it. If I don't fly, that's fine. Just let me find a place where I fit. Whew, mercy, that is a... Just let me find... If I don't fly, that's fine. Just let me find a place where I fit. Yep. I feel that. Alright, what were we looking for? Let's get a stack of... I kind of want to go ahead and fix this whole understory of that sandfall there, so that it's not an ongoing danger for future generations. Let's fix it up. Let's support it from below. I'll see you next time. From Minecraft Through the Night, Temple of Dawn.